Well, welcome back. We continue our journey with video 3, where we're establishing the initial terms and definitions that we will use in our quantitative statistics study. What is a population? Now, you will recall from your study of probability theory that you had what was called a sample space. The sample space was represented by the letter omega, and the sample space was everything that was of interest. It was everything that would be considered. Well, a population is the same thing. The population is any group of interest. It is including all members in that group of interest, and it may be very large or it may be very small. But the population is the entire group of interest to us in a study. And again, it may be large and it may be small. Consider this population. This is the entire population of albino singing pigs. I don't know if you've ever seen a singing pig, much less an albino singing pig, but the set of albino singing pigs is a very small set. And we might consider a population of 10 to 20 pound rocks on Mars. How large is this population? Well, we would assume that there are many rocks that would be between 10 to 20 pounds. Now, 10 to 20 pounds is roughly 5 to 10 kilograms. Now, just think about that a moment. How many rocks on Mars might there be that fall within the 5 to 10 kilogram range, or the 10 to 20 pound range? Would be a very large population, where the population of albino singing pigs was very small. This is an interesting population. I want you to look at the glasses, the beady eyes, the receding hairline, and yet the devilishly clever smile. This individual is obviously up to something. This is the population of all ugly statistics teachers named Dr. Rusty. This is a population of one element. What is a population? A population is often called a universe of interest. The term universe means a complete set of all items of interest. Hence the old joke test assignment where they might say define the universe and provide 3 examples. Someone who wasn't a statistics student would read that and they would think about the universe of all of the galaxies and all of the stars, and they would say, well, there's only one universe. How can I even describe it, much less give 3 examples? But a person who's taking statistics knows that the universe is every member of a population of interest, and they could give 3 examples. They might give the example of the albino singing pigs. They might give the example of the rocks between 5 and 10 kilograms that are located on Mars, and the sample of all ugly statistics teachers named Dr. Rusty. What is a sample, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, so I will give you the answer. A sample is part of a population. If the population is a big sample space, including all the elements of interest, then the sample is the subset of that sample space. A sample is part of a population. The sample may be every item in the population. We might have a sample of all ugly math teachers named Dr. Rusty. That would be easy to get. It would be very difficult to get the sample of all rocks between 5 and 10 kilograms on Mars. Be very difficult. Samples, again, like populations, may be large or small. We may have a large population and yet take a small sample. We may have a large population and yet take a large sample. Samples are part of the population. They may include every item in the population, but they may not, and usually don't. And samples may be large or small. Do you remember this population? This is the entire population of albino singing pigs. Now, we will randomly select a sample of these animals. Random means that each one has an equal chance of being selected. Now, if I wanted to do a random sample to see if people liked me, and then I chose my 5 best friends, that would not be random. Random means that each one has an equal chance of being selected. This goes back to some of our probability theory, where we were talking about things like the fair roll of a dice. which meant that each side had an equal chance of appearing. Random means that each one has an equal chance of being selected. And we will randomly select a sample of these animals. Bam, there we did. Look here, we got a random sample of albino singing pigs. We have a little one and we have a big one. We have some middle, oh, there's a little bitty one there. Okay, so we randomly sampled this set of albino singing pigs. Random meaning that each one had an equal chance of being selected. The pigs were chosen without regard to their singing ability. We did not say, you're the best singer in the group, therefore we choose you. We chose our sample without regard to their singing ability, and we have a sample from our population that is random. Okay, our sample was random, meaning each had an equal chance of being elected. 3 new terms to know: population, every item in a group of interest; sample, a part of a population; random, every item has an equal chance of being chosen. Now, you continue your journey through the land of nerd. You're making great progress. I want to point out to you some things. This has been an interesting lesson. If you do happen to come across an albino singing pig, please give me a call, email me, or whatever you need to do to get up with me. I'm at American University of Ras Al Khaimah, and we might want to do a study of albino singing pigs. I want to thank you very much for your support. As always, may the odds be ever in your favor. And as I'm learning to say in Arabic, and please bear with me, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you.